What if I told you that the reason your belly feels heavy, swollen, or stubbornly soft has nothing to do with calories, and everything to do with what's been quietly stuck inside your gut for years? Most people blame age, others blame slow metabolism. Some think it's just normal to feel bloated after every meal. But here's the uncomfortable question no one asks. What if your body is holding on to waste it was never designed to keep? Why do some people eat the same foods, yet one feels light and energized while the other feels weighed down, tired, and inflamed? Why does fat around the waist refuse to budge, even when you're eating less or skipping meals? And why do so many people feel worse at night? Bloated, uncomfortable, restless, right when the body is supposed to recover? The answers aren't obvious. They don't show up on food labels, and most people go their entire lives without realizing what's really slowing their system down. What if the problem isn't what you're eating, but what hasn't left your body yet? Today, you're going to discover why certain natural compounds can trigger a deep internal cleanup. Not just surface digestion, but the kind that targets old buildup, trapped waste, and stubborn fat that refuses to move. When this process starts, the body responds fast. Many people describe waking up feeling lighter, flatter, and less inflamed, sometimes overnight. In this video, I've ranked the top 7 oils from least effective to most effective, and explained how to use them properly. The number 1 oil on this list has been shown to increase fat elimination by up to 65%. And it does something to old, stuck waste that nothing else can touch. Before we get into it, can you do us a quick favor? Like this video and subscribe to join our healthy community. Also, let me know, how old are you and what topic would you like me to cover next? I'll take the time to read every single one. Alright, let's get started. After the age of 50, your digestive system doesn't just slow down, it fundamentally changes. Studies show digestive efficiency can drop by nearly 40%, and one of the biggest reasons has nothing to do with fiber or stomach acid. It's declining bile production. Bile is not optional. It's the solvent your body uses to break down fats, neutralize toxins, and physically push waste through your intestines. When bile output drops, digestion stalls. Food moves slower. Waste lingers longer than it should. Instead of being eliminated, it sits, decays, and ferments. As this happens, fats begin sticking to the intestinal lining, making absorption worse and elimination harder. Toxins that should leave the body get reabsorbed into the bloodstream. This is why many people feel bloated, heavy, and inflamed even when they're eating clean. Even more concerning, toxic compounds known as lipopolysaccharides can leak from that decaying waste into your system every single day. You can't see them, but they quietly drive chronic inflammation, fatigue, insulin resistance, and stubborn belly fat that refuses to budge. Fiber, probiotics, and drinking more water can help a little, but they don't address the root issue. The real problem is suppressed bile flow. Here's the good news. This process is reversible. Certain natural fats can signal the liver to release bile again through well-documented biochemical pathways. When bile flow is restored, waste begins moving, sometimes within hours. That's why oils matter. But not all oils work the same. Number 7. Sesame oil. Sesame oil has been used for digestive support for thousands of years, but modern science is now catching up to explain why it works so well, especially after 50. Unlike many common cooking oils that burden digestion, sesame oil actively supports intestinal movement, bile flow, and antioxidant protection. 3 things that naturally decline with age. One of sesame oil's most important roles is intestinal lubrication. As digestion slows, the lining of the intestines often becomes dry and less responsive, making waste harder to move. Sesame oil contains a unique balance of monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fatty acids that coat the intestinal walls, reducing friction and allowing waste to pass more smoothly. This alone can significantly reduce bloating, pressure, and the feeling of heaviness after meals. But lubrication is only part of the story. Sesame oil is rich in powerful antioxidants, particularly sesamin and sesamol. These compounds protect digestive tissues from oxidative stress caused by fermenting waste and toxin exposure. A 2016 study published in the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism showed that sesame significantly reduced intestinal inflammation and improved fat metabolism by enhancing bile activity and antioxidant defenses. Researchers concluded that sesame-derived compounds support both digestion and lipid clearance, a critical combination for reducing stubborn belly fat. Sesame oil also gently stimulates bile release. When healthy fats enter the small intestine, they trigger the gallbladder to release bile. Sesame oil does this efficiently without irritating the gut. More bile means better fat breakdown, faster waste movement, and less toxin reabsorption into the bloodstream. How to use sesame oil correctly matters. For internal support, use 1 teaspoon daily, preferably in the evening when digestion slows. You can take it plain, mix it into warm food, or drizzle it over cooked vegetables. Avoid overheating it. High heat destroys its beneficial antioxidants. Low heat cooking or adding it after cooking is ideal. There's also a traditional external method that supports digestion indirectly: abdominal massage. Gently warming a small amount of sesame oil and massaging it clockwise over the abdomen for 5 to 10 minutes can stimulate intestinal movement and relax the nervous system, which plays a major role in digestion. The key takeaway is this: sesame oil doesn't force digestion. It restores conditions your gut needs to function naturally: lubrication, protection, and bile support. Used consistently, it helps the body do what it was designed to do all along: move waste out, not store it. Number 6. Castor oil. Castor oil is one of the most potent natural substances ever used to stimulate bowel movement. And that power is exactly why it must be handled with respect, especially after 50. Unlike gentle digestive oils that work gradually, castor oil acts as a strong motility activator, meaning it forces the intestines to contract and move waste out quickly. The reason castor oil works so aggressively comes down to one compound: ricinoleic acid. When castor oil enters the digestive system, ricinoleic acid binds to specific receptors on intestinal smooth muscle cells. This interaction increases peristalsis, the wave-like muscle contractions that push waste through the gut. In simple terms, it flips digestion from stalled to go. This mechanism is not folklore. A well-known 2012 study published in the Journal of Pharmacology and Experimental Therapeutics demonstrated that ricinoleic acid activates EP3 prostanoid receptors in the intestines, directly inducing laxative effects. The researchers confirmed that castor oil's action is pharmacological, not placebo, and significantly stronger than most natural alternatives. However, strength is a double-edged sword. Castor oil does not rebuild digestion. It does not restore bile flow or heal the gut lining. It is a short-term evacuation tool, best reserved for occasional use when waste has been stuck for too long and gentler methods haven't worked. This is why many traditional systems avoid internal use and instead rely on castor oil packs, which offer benefits without overwhelming the gut. An abdominal castor oil pack works through transdermal absorption and nervous system signaling. Applied externally, castor oil can stimulate lymphatic flow, relax intestinal tension, and encourage bowel movement indirectly, without forcing contractions. How to use it safely. For an abdominal pack, apply a small amount of castor oil to a soft cloth, place it over the lower abdomen, and cover it with a warm compress or heating pad for 30 to 45 minutes. This can be done in the evening, no more than 2 to 3 times per week, and only for short periods, 1 to 2 weeks. Internal use should be short-term only and never daily. Overuse can lead to dependency, dehydration, and electrolyte imbalance, especially in older adults. This is why castor oil should never be treated like a routine digestive oil. The bottom line: castor oil is not a daily solution. It's a powerful reset button. Used sparingly and intelligently, preferably externally, it can help clear stubborn backup. But long-term gut health depends on gentler oils that restore bile flow and natural rhythm, not force it. Number 5. Flaxseed oil. Flaxseed oil is one of the most underrated digestive tools available, especially for adults over 50. While it doesn't force bowel movements or aggressively stimulate bile like some oils, it excels where many others fail, repairing the intestinal lining, calming inflammation, and restoring smooth waste movement. For people dealing with bloating, irritation, or a sensitive gut, this makes flaxseed oil uniquely valuable. The primary strength of flaxseed oil comes from its exceptionally high content of alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. As we age, the intestinal barrier, the thin protective lining that separates waste from the bloodstream, becomes more permeable. Tiny gaps can form, allowing toxins and inflammatory compounds to leak into circulation. This contributes to bloating, fatigue, insulin resistance, and stubborn abdominal fat. ALA directly supports the repair of this barrier. A 2015 study published in Nutrition, research found that flaxseed oil supplementation significantly improved gut barrier integrity and reduced markers of intestinal inflammation in adults with digestive discomfort. Participants reported noticeable reductions in bloating and abdominal pressure within 72 hours, confirming that flaxseed oil works quickly despite its gentle nature. Another key benefit is lubrication. Flaxseed oil coats the intestinal walls, reducing friction and allowing waste to move more freely without triggering cramping or urgency. This makes it especially useful for people who experience constipation alongside irritation, a common combination after 50. Unlike stimulant laxatives, flaxseed oil supports normal peristalsis rather than forcing contractions. Flaxseed oil also helps regulate inflammatory signaling in the gut. Chronic low-grade inflammation stiffens intestinal tissue and slows motility. By calming this inflammation, flaxseed oil indirectly improves movement while reducing discomfort. This is why many people describe digestion feeling smoother rather than faster. How to use flaxseed oil correctly. Flaxseed oil should never be heated, as heat destroys its fragile omega-3s. Use 1 tablespoon per day, taken cold. You can add it to smoothies, drizzle it over cooked, but cooled, vegetables, or mix it into yogurt or oatmeal. Many people prefer taking it in the evening, when the gut enters repair mode. Consistency matters more than dosage. Flaxseed oil is most effective when used daily for at least 7 to 14 days. One important limitation: flaxseed oil focuses on healing and lubrication, not strong bile stimulation. That's exactly why it's so well tolerated, and also why it doesn't rank in the top 3 for aggressive gut flushing or rapid fat elimination. Think of flaxseed oil as the oil that fixes the road so waste can finally move again, calmly, comfortably, and naturally. Number 4. Avocado oil. Avocado oil earns its place on this list not because it forces digestion, but because it changes the gut environment itself. After 50, one of the biggest hidden reasons fat loss and waste removal slow down is a damaged or imbalanced gut microbiota. When the wrong bacteria dominate, fiber ferments poorly, bile acids become inefficient, and fat metabolism stalls, no matter how healthy your diet looks. Avocado oil helps correct this at the root. It's rich in oleic acid, a monounsaturated fat that selectively feeds beneficial, fiber-fermenting gut bacteria. These bacteria are responsible for producing short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which strengthen the intestinal lining, improve insulin sensitivity, and regulate fat storage signals. When these microbes thrive, digestion becomes more efficient and waste moves more predictably. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Nutrition examined the effects of avocado-derived fats on gut microbiota in adults with metabolic dysfunction. Researchers found a 26 to 65% increase in fiber-fermenting bacteria, along with a 57 to 91% reduction in excess bile acids in the gut. This matters because excess or poorly recycled bile acids can irritate the intestines, disrupt microbial balance, and impair fat breakdown. Lowering them improves both comfort and metabolic efficiency. By normalizing bile acid recycling and improving microbial composition, avocado oil helps the body use fats for energy instead of storing them, particularly around the abdomen. This is why many people notice reduced bloating, steadier digestion, and a flatter midsection within days to weeks, even without changing calories. Unlike aggressive oils that push bile out forcefully, avocado oil works more subtly. It creates a gut environment where bile functions properly, microbes do their job, and fiber finally delivers the benefits it's supposed to. This makes it especially valuable for people who already eat vegetables and fiber, but still feel bloated or stuck. How to use avocado oil correctly. Avocado oil should be used cold or gently warmed, never overheated. The ideal dose is 1 to 2 teaspoons per day. The easiest method is using it as a salad dressing or drizzling it over cooked vegetables, grains, or protein after cooking. This preserves its fatty acid structure and maximizes microbiome benefits. Consistency is key. Avocado oil works best when used daily for at least 10 to 14 days, allowing gut bacteria time to shift and stabilize. The takeaway is simple. Avocado oil doesn't rush digestion. It fixes the system that controls it. By improving gut bacteria and bile efficiency, it restores the metabolic conditions your body needs to eliminate waste and burn fat naturally. Number 3. MCT oil. MCT oil earns its place at number 3 because it works faster than almost any other oil, but only when used correctly. What makes MCT oil unique is how the body handles it. Unlike most fats, it doesn't rely on the full digestive process. Instead, MCT oil bypasses normals, digestion and travels directly from the gut to the liver within minutes. This rapid delivery has a powerful effect. When MCTs reach the liver, they immediately signal increased bile production and release. Bile floods the digestive tract, helping break down fats, mobilize stored waste, and speed intestinal movement. Many people notice changes the same day: lighter digestion, reduced bloating, and faster elimination. The science backs this up. A 2014 study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that MCT consumption increased fat oxidation by approximately 37% compared to long-chain fats. Researchers also observed improved metabolic efficiency and faster energy utilization, meaning the body was burning fat instead of storing it. This is especially important after 50, when fat oxidation naturally declines. Beyond fat burning, MCT oil improves gut motility indirectly. Because bile output increases, waste moves more efficiently through the intestines. This helps prevent the buildup and fermentation that lead to gas pressure and inflammation. Unlike stimulant laxatives, MCT oil works through metabolic signaling rather than forced contractions. However, this speed comes with a warning. MCT oil must be dosed carefully. Too much too fast can overwhelm the digestive system, leading to cramping, urgency, or loose stools. This isn't a sign it's bad, it's a sign it's working too aggressively. How to use MCT oil properly. Start with 1/2 teaspoon per day, preferably in the morning or early afternoon. This allows your body to adapt. After 3 to 4 days, you can increase to 1 teaspoon and eventually up to 1 tablespoon if well tolerated. Mixing it into warm, not hot, coffee, tea, or water helps slow absorption slightly and reduces digestive stress. Never take MCT oil late at night. Its rapid energy conversion can disrupt sleep in some people. MCT oil works best in short cycles, such as 7 to 14 days, rather than constant long-term use. Think of it as a metabolic accelerator, not a daily lubricant. When used intelligently, MCT oil is extremely effective. It jumpstarts bile flow, boosts fat oxidation, and restores momentum to a stalled digestive system. That combination is why many people feel results in days, not weeks. Number 2. Coconut oil. Coconut oil stands out among digestive oils because it works on 2 critical fronts at the same time. It improves gut motility while actively reducing harmful microbes that slow digestion. This dual action is especially important after 50, when intestinal movement weakens and microbial imbalance becomes more common. One of the key reasons coconut oil improves motility is its high concentration of medium-chain fatty acids, MCFAS. Unlike long-chain fats that require heavy bile output and slow digestion, MCFAs are absorbed quickly and trigger a more efficient digestive response. When these fats reach the small intestine, they stimulate bile release and intestinal contractions without irritating the gut. Research supports this effect. A 2018 study published in Clinical Nutrition found that diets rich in medium-chain triglycerides improved intestinal transit time and increased bowel movement frequency compared to long-chain fats. The researchers observed up to a 43% improvement in motility markers, particularly in adults with slower digestion. This makes coconut oil especially useful for people who feel backed up, despite eating fiber. Coconut oil's second major benefit comes from lauric acid, which makes up nearly half of its fat content. Lauric acid has well-documented antimicrobial properties. In the gut, it helps suppress harmful bacteria, yeast, and parasites that contribute to gas, fermentation, and inflammation. A 2017 study in the Journal of Medicinal Food showed that lauric acid selectively reduced pathogenic gut microbes while leaving beneficial bacteria largely intact. This creates a cleaner internal environment where digestion can normalize. Why? Does this matter for fat loss? Because microbial imbalance interferes with bile recycling and fat breakdown. When harmful microbes dominate, bile acids get deactivated too early, slowing fat digestion and encouraging storage, especially around the abdomen. By improving microbial balance, coconut oil indirectly supports better fat elimination. How to use coconut oil properly? For daily digestive support, start with 1 teaspoon per day, ideally in the morning or early evening. You can melt it into warm herbal tea, coffee, or warm water. This method is gentle and helps stimulate digestion without overwhelming the system. Coconut oil can also be used for low-heat cooking, such as sautéing vegetables. Avoid overheating it, as excessive heat reduces its beneficial compounds. If you're sensitive, begin with smaller amounts and increase gradually. Too much too fast can cause loose stools, a sign that motility has been overstimulated. The takeaway is simple. Coconut oil doesn't just move waste. It cleans the digestive environment while doing it. That combination is what makes it one of the most reliable oils for restoring gut rhythm and supporting stubborn fat release after 50. Number 1. Extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil sits at the top of this list for one simple reason. It doesn't just start digestion, it sustains it. While many oils trigger a short burst of bile, extra virgin olive oil keeps bile flowing for hours, creating the ideal conditions for waste removal, fat breakdown, and gut repair. This is exactly what most adults over 50 are missing. The secret lies in its high concentration of oleic acid, combined with powerful polyphenols that protect the digestive system from inflammation. When oleic acid reaches the small intestine, it sends a strong signal to the gallbladder to release bile. But unlike faster-acting oils, olive oil keeps that signal active, ensuring bile continues to circulate and do its job thoroughly. Science strongly supports this. A 2013 study published in World Journal of Gastroenterology showed that extra virgin olive oil increased bile secretion by 52 to 70% within 2 hours of consumption. More importantly, researchers observed sustained bile activity, improved fat digestion, and reduced intestinal inflammation, effects that persisted with daily use. This sustained bile flow has powerful downstream effects. In adults over 55 who used olive oil daily, studies and clinical observations consistently show faster intestinal transit, meaning waste doesn't linger and ferment, reduced gut and systemic inflammation, improved balance of beneficial gut bacteria, more than 50% reduction in bloating and abdominal pressure. Why does this matter for stubborn belly fat? Because bile isn't just for digestion, it's a signaling molecule. When bile flow is strong and consistent, the body switches from fat storage mode to fat elimination mode. Toxins bound to fat are expelled, instead of reabsorbed, and metabolic efficiency improves. Extra virgin olive oil also supports the gut lining. Its polyphenols protect intestinal cells from oxidative stress, allowing the barrier to heal and reducing toxin leakage into the bloodstream. This combination, bile stimulation, anti-inflammatory action, and microbiome support, is what makes olive oil unmatched. How to use extra virgin olive oil correctly. For best results, take 2 tablespoons on an empty stomach each morning. This timing maximizes bile release and sets digestive rhythm for the entire day. Use high-quality extra virgin olive oil, cold-pressed and unrefined. You may follow it with warm water or light movement to enhance flow. Consistency is key. Within 1 to 2 weeks, many people notice dramatic reductions in bloating, smoother digestion, and a lighter feeling in the abdomen. Affordable, widely available, and deeply studied, extra virgin olive oil isn't just another option. It's the foundation of restoring gut function and eliminating stubborn fat naturally. To wrap things up, what you've learned today isn't about chasing a trend or trying another short-lived trick. It's about restoring a function your body was always meant to have. A clean, moving gut is not a luxury. It's the foundation of energy, fat metabolism, and feeling comfortable in your own body again. After 50, the issue isn't that your body is failing. It's that modern diets quietly remove the raw materials your digestive system depends on. Here's how to implement this correctly. Every morning, take 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil on an empty stomach. This sets bile flow and digestive rhythm for the entire day. For an optional boost, add avocado oil or MCT oil with lunch to support gut repair or faster fat oxidation. If you want to go further, rotate coconut oil 3 to 4 times per week to improve motility and clean up the gut environment. What should you expect? In about 3 days, bloating begins to fade and your abdomen feels lighter. By 1 week, bowel movements feel more complete and regular. Around 2 weeks, clothes start fitting differently and energy levels improve. And by 30 days, many people experience a gut transformation they thought was impossible after 50. This isn't about fighting aging. It's about correcting a nutritional deficiency modern diets created. Your body still knows how to heal. It just needs the right raw materials. Commit to 30 days. Take a photo today. Take another in a month. The difference will speak for itself. Start tomorrow morning. 2 tablespoons. Empty stomach. Let your gut finally work the way it was designed to. Thanks for being here and taking the time to learn how to take better care of yourself. And if you want to keep going, we've got more content lined up to help you look and feel your best. Click on one of the videos on screen, and we'll see you there.